So this is the fix. I'm ready to serve. Hey, happy Memorial Day, guys.
Hey man, I'm glad you're excited to have a long weekend, and I appreciate the happy Memorial Day, but it's not really a happy day. It's a day to remember the men and women who lost their lives for our freedom. And if you want to use your freedom to attend a barbecue wearing ladies' fishnets and a camouflage jacket with your green-haired flag-burning homies who identify as whipped cream, you're free to do it. But it's not happy Memorial Day. It's not happy. We're not celebrating. We're honoring. Would you roll up to your friend and say, "Hey, happy anniversary of the day your mom died"? Probably not, right? Little weird. But hey, enjoy your weekend. Have fun. You look like the type of dude who's ready to eat a hot dog and crack a Bud Light. But just remember, somebody lost their life so you could spend yours acting like a f***ing idiot.
Dumb.
Stupid.
Crazy. Dangerous.
I am a white, transmasculine, femme, non-binary, temporarily mostly able-bodied, neurodivergent, obsessive-compulsive, chronically ill, culturally Jewish, Unitarian Universalist, non-monogamous,
Bye. Bye-bye. 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 Okay?
I wish I was stupid. You guys seem so happy.
Tax on overtime, it would be a huge advantage to law enforcement across the country.
We work sometimes 100+ hours a pay period. It's a lot of time taken away from the family, so that would be pretty special.
We do work a tremendous amount of overtime right now due to our short staffing. It would be nice to have that little, I guess, a gift to us to make a little extra money.
No tax on overtime for officers is a big deal.
Police officers work a lot of overtime. They work a lot of extra duty details just to help make ends meet.
To have something like this in play would just help senior officers perhaps stay a little bit longer to help be that guidance for that department and that community, to help teach those policy and procedures that we know of, and to help with the retention.
I think that would really benefit those, especially younger cops that have younger kids and a lot of families. I think that would mean a tremendous amount.
If there was no tax on overtime, we'd be working about as hard as we currently do, but we would have that appreciation that goes along with it.
Big, beautiful bill has passed through Congress. So this is closer to being a reality. No tax on tips. No tax on Social Security. This is going to be huge. It's a promise made, promise kept. Welcome back to another episode of our Lives of TikTok series. If you are new to this channel, take a quick moment to head on down, click the subscribe button and the notification bell so you don't miss a single video.
Do you believe that conservatives are a danger to society?
Absolutely. They don't want to know who we are. They don't want to believe that we're real.
What is a woman?
A woman's a girl with a but also there are men who want to be that, and they get that.
But are they actually a woman?
They're a woman. They're a woman in their heart and soul.
Because they're not a real woman.
They're a real woman as long as they believe they are, and in their heart they are, and they feel that they are.
So can I be a sloth?
We need. Here you are. I gotta get these guys.
We're missing our group.
Today I'm so thankful and honored to be nominated for this scholarship. Today I have my grandfather, what's your name?
Wayne Calhoun.
Wayne Calhoun, and I chose him to be in this video with me because he has inspired me to be a great Democrat.
A race.
And this is...
A race. You got a race in.
You gotta be serious. It's for the scholarship.
What? You said Democrat.
It's a Democrat scholarship.
Oh, well, you didn't tell me that.
Sometimes I feel like everyone I work with is an idiot. And by sometimes, I mean all times. All the time. Every of the time.
My wife told me to stop being an idiot and just be myself. I told her to make up her mind.
Well, my wife is blaming me for ruining her birthday. That's ridiculous. I didn't even know it was her birthday.
What planet are you from?
I don't know planet-wise, but I do know that I was a dragon being.
Could you really blow fire?
Yes, but it's not fire in the way we think of it. It's more cleansing fire. I always kind of felt attracted to dragons, just feeling like, oh yeah, this is my kind of being. But then, as I was really feeling that, allowing myself to open up more, I'm like, I know what it's like to be a dragon. I know the physical sensations.
And then you was on mushrooms and you was just feeling it.
It's actually weed.
And now, for final crowning touch to this case.
This is a very serious situation. And if we had a real news or real press or media, we don't have that because they won't talk about this. But if we had a real press, it would be exposed. And you know, the beauty of exposing it is it's like a cleansing action. When it gets exposed, it'll get fixed. That's when it'll get fixed. But people don't talk about it. And I'll tell you who's talking about the thousands of people that are fleeing South Africa right now.
Yeah, it's unbelievable what is happening in South Africa. Thank goodness we got a president that calls it like it is. Americans want to be as happy as the residents of Martha's Vineyard when they deport all of their illegal immigrants. Look how excited the liberals are when they actually don't have to deal with that kind of a problem. What scares me most is not the fact that the media is lying to us. It's the fact that most of you still believe them. Like sheep. Liberals, of course, run to that. Congratulations, House Republicans, President Trump, on passing the one big, beautiful bill through the House. There's a lot to love in this bill, and perhaps the Senate can make it even better. President Trump is delivering on his historic mandate in historic fashion. Onward. Even Trump says this one big, beautiful bill is passed. This is arguably the most significant piece of legislation that is passed in history. And that's right. Promises made, promises kept. He's got every reason to hold his head up high because he is an American BA. Trump derangement syndrome, stage 125 days. It is amazing at the transformation that some of these far-left lunatics have when they get TDS. And just like that, Democrats don't like investigations anymore. And, you know, they always were shouting, nobody's above the law, until it comes home to roost. When it's President Trump, yeah, but now it's you.
Politics are meant to separate us. What do you think of that?
Wrong.
And why?
Politics is the highest form of community because it blends sociality, sociability, and morality. We are political beings, naturally. Politics actually is meant to bring us together. Look how everyone is brought together here in defense of the country and liberty and freedom. This is actually a unifying event, not a dividing one.
Okay, but we've survived for millions of years without politics, or thousands, I'm sorry.
Wrong. Every civilization, every custom has always had some political structure. They've had kings, they've had pharaohs, they've had czars, they've had some sort of governing structure is political by nature.
But those weren't debating, you know, you didn't debate to have those kings.
Of course you did. You had debates all the time. Even in Jesus' time, the Sadducees debated the Pharisees, and they debated the Romans, and they debated the Samaritans, and they debated the Judeans. We are political beings by nature. Man is a political animal.
Okay, but why hasn't there been some sort of middle ground in between the two?
I mean, I don't know, ask the left that. We found middle ground with some of these questioners. We brought a liberal up, and he was pro-trans, and we found middle ground on very important issues. No men and female sports and no castration of kids. We did find middle ground here.
Just trying to keep it together, not do anything too stupid.
Really?
Make good decisions and be positive.
I am not a nice person, and I have slapped the people for far less than telling me that the people that I love shouldn't have basic human rights. Stop playing with me.
You're a wizard, Harry.
I'm a what?
A wizard.
I'm so tired of conservatives using this term called woke. Like, what does that even mean?
Well, Kiki, what is a woman?
Well, it's a complicated nuance to this. It's a complicated question and an answer.
That's woke.
100,000 women went on strike today in Iceland to demand gender equality. The entire population is 370,000. So over 25% of the population went on strike, and I have some crazy news for you. The economy did not come to a stop, and it continued as normal. The only memo I got was that HR departments were getting no complaints for the 24 hours that the women were on strike. And men were writing that they were really sorry women didn't get gender equality, but I heard one CEO said it was nice to finally get some shit done, end quote.
If you're not happy in the U.S., if you're complaining all the time.
How are people sleeping? Like, I am losing sleep over this.
there are thousands, hundreds of thousands of people dying, like starving to death. And we're all just going on with our normal lives. And there's babies screaming and crying because they don't have any milk. They have no food. What the doing? If you are not standing against this, you are a part of this. What do we do? I am just some mom in Nevada. I don't know what to do to help. Please, someone tell me, what do we do? I'm sitting here watching China dropping food, and we're doing nothing but supplying military arms. Like, what are we doing? I just put my little baby, 18-month-old baby, to sleep after a full tummy in a warm bed. And there are babies covered in flies, starving, and we're just over here, our lives. Please, someone tell me what we do. How do we help? This is not okay.
I only know 25 letters of the alphabet. I don't know why.
No, you don't. Why do we allow highly processed foods in America?
That's a complicated question, but it's driven by profits, but to a food industry that is making money by poisoning American kids, and they don't do it abroad. They make the same products for Canada and for Europe that do not contain many of those chemicals.
Smash that thumbs up button if you enjoyed today's video. Let's get this into the algorithm, get more eyeballs on what is going awesome, and look at liberals still freaking out. They will always freak out. This is in their nature, right? There is a PayPal below to donate to the channel. Keep us growing. We want to be one of the bigger voices when it comes to 2026, 2028. You guys know the drill as well. The one big beautiful bill passed. Fantastic. We are heading in the right direction. The Senate now has an opportunity to add and tweak a little bit, but this is going to greatly help and get our taxes down and make things more affordable for this country. Thank you guys for the support like always. You guys know the drill. This video is over, and I'll see you guys on the next one.